Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast update for the Corn Belt. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, in this video, we're going to be spending a lot of time diagnosing the changes with a series of storm systems. The first making its way through the central U.S. right now. It's going to bring a swath of accumulating snow from the central plains into the upper Midwest and soaking rains across parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley into the eastern Corn Belt, a region that badly does need some of that rain. We've got a couple other systems that will be making their way in on the heels of that over the back half of the weekend into early next week, and we'll talk about some of the changes within that, who's going to be seeing some snow, who's going to see the rain, and what's going to be happening with temperatures over the next 7 to 10 days. So starting with the satellite picture, here is storm system number 1. See the big feed of moisture making its way from the Gulf of Mexico up into the mid-Mississippi Valley. Snow on the backside where we've got that cold air filtering in. We'll flip it over and look at the radar picture here early Friday morning. Again, this is right around 8 o'clock this morning, so if you're watching this video later on during the day, take an updated look at the radar picture. But here's this little band of rain we're expecting to expand in coverage and lift off to the northeast into portions of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana during the overnight. Now, as we look at temperatures, again, you can see that warm feed of, warm, moist air out ahead of the system, cold air coming in on the backside, right along that dividing line where we'll see the moisture coming up and over the top of our front, and then being wrung out in the form of a swath of accumulating snow. And so as such, winter weather advisories in effect from eastern Nebraska through central Iowa into southern portions of Wisconsin. Got a winter storm warning in portions of west central Michigan, a winter storm watch across the northern half of Michigan as well. You look over at the surface picture on the right, and again, there's that frontal boundary extending for portions of Oklahoma into Michigan. It's along and north of that boundary where temperatures drop down to near or below freezing. That we'll get that moisture to condense and freeze into the form of some accumulating snow. South of that, we're looking at heavy soaking rain, and then as you get towards Interstate 72, Interstate 70 from Missouri into central Indiana, south of that, we could hear some rumbles of thunder during the overnight as well. Total accumulated precipitation forecast over the next 7 days. A lot of this is from the next two storm systems, the one right now into tomorrow, and then the one that comes in on the heels right through here, coming down into the southern plains, and then kind of moving through the southern U.S. That happens early to mid next week. So looking for around a half an inch to maybe an inch and a half across portions of central Illinois, which again, right along that Interstate 72 corridor, kind of right in here, that's where we're still dealing with some of the drought issues that are lingering from the summer. Total forecast snowfall accumulation between now and 7 a.m. Monday. We'll look at some additional input here from some of the models later on in this forecast video, but here is swath number 1 that falls during the day today into tonight and then into tomorrow morning. The heaviest expected across the northern half of Michigan, but still looking at anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, maybe locally higher from portions of central and eastern Nebraska through Omaha, into Des Moines, into kind of the Waterloo area, and then down toward Madison, up toward Green Bay, and then into northern Michigan. We'll take a look at the high-resolution NAM model, then that will show us the evolution of the storm system. We'll get it to right about now. This would be Friday morning. Again, that area of rain starting up right across the midsection of the country. Snow starting to begin to kind of organize across central portions of Nebraska. We'll see the snow really begin in earnest overnight tonight. This is what it should look like as we get into this evening, sundown. See that rain pushing in across central Illinois, moving into western and northern portions of Indiana during the early overnight. Snow should be ripping across southern Wisconsin, maybe down toward the Illinois border, all the way back toward Omaha as we head into the overnight hours tonight. We wake up tomorrow morning, the sun comes up, should look something like this. Snow from Kansas City up to the Quad Cities into southern and eastern Wisconsin, to northern Michigan. South of that, across portions of central Illinois, rain should be tapering off. The heaviest rain moving into Indiana, Ohio, southern Michigan, and then on toward the mid-south, where a few rumbles of thunder are possible. We'll take this into midday Saturday, and then this is Saturday evening now as the sun goes down on Saturday. The storm system's pulling away now. Snow should be tapering off across portions of Michigan and northeastern Illinois. Maybe a few flurries flying through the air on the backside of the storm system across Indiana and Ohio during the early overnight. But as we wake up on Sunday, things should be quieting down across northern portions of the Corn Belt. This is when we'll see that next system kind of sneaking in across the south. So Sunday morning, waking up to some snow, likely across southeast Colorado into southwest Kansas. And some of the hard winter wheat growing areas could get a little accumulating snow here as we head through the day on Sunday. Then we'll take it into midday Sunday, and that storm system likely cutting through portions of the Red River up toward the Ozarks. So here's the jet stream pattern. I'm going to hit play on it, and I bet the pattern will stick out to you. We've got a series of systems just coming in from the North Pacific into the Pacific Northwest, and then kind of lifting across the Ohio River Valley into the northeast. So we end up with an active storm track that's dumping a lot of moisture across the Pacific Northwest and then across the Ohio River Valley into the northeast. Let's jump in. Let's look at the European operational model, the precipitation type forecast, just verbatim here. And I know we've already talked about the next several days with the high resolution NAM model, which I think has a pretty good handle on things. But as we get toward mid to late day on Friday, things should look approximately like this. The center of the storm system making its way toward the St. Louis area, snow across eastern Nebraska into northern Michigan. This continues into the overnight. Here is Saturday evening. And then again on Sunday, the storm system pulls away. We get storm system 2 coming in on the backside across portions of Colorado into Kansas. This is what we've got then Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and now sunset. We're going into Sunday night into the overnight. Now, question marks right here as we get into late Sunday night into Monday morning. Leaning towards not getting accumulation through this area. I'm talking about snow on the backside of this system. But as I go through some of the ensemble models, I swear, I was sitting here going through the European operational run, the European ensemble model runs 52 different times, and I was looking at all 52 of these, and there's snow accumulation forecast right through this area. You see the snow kind of end here across portions of Kansas into southern Missouri, and then resume back here across portions of New England. And so the question mark is right in this area. Most of the models not hinting at much in the way of snow accumulation, but there are a couple out there that suggest a little coating of snow is possible as we go through Sunday night into Monday morning across portions of the Ohio River Valley, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, portions of the Boot Heel of Missouri, into Kentucky and Tennessee. So we'll see. Let me jump back here. We'll finish the model. This is not where I wanted to actually stop. I want to show you this system pulling away here as we get into Monday, and that's going to leave us with relatively quiet weather for the middle part of next week. We do continue to have these little systems sneaking through. The next one that I would have concerns about is Wednesday. This one looks like it really wants to ramp up across the East Coast. We'll take another look at this on Monday morning with Eric's Ag Forecast, and then I'll dive in again on Tuesday. But as we head deeper into mid-December, we kind of continue this pattern with the systems racing out of the Pacific Northwest, lifting into the Ohio River Valley, with most of them maturing over the Northeast. But that does mean that we could still pick up some of that precipitation, especially across the Ohio River Valley into the eastern Corn Belt. So side by side, the European on the left, the GFS on the right, we've got our snowfall forecast over the next 7 days. This is the swath, of course, from tonight into tomorrow. Here's our Sunday into Monday little forecast system. So again, this is what falls on Sunday, and then here's where we've got the questions Sunday night into Monday. Maybe some accumulating snow here across southern Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, into the Ohio River Valley. We take a look at the ensemble picture here, the probability of picking up an inch or more of snow over the next week. Again, right through Nebraska into northern Michigan, across portions of southern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, maybe the Ozarks, and then resume again across portions of eastern Indiana, getting into the state of Ohio. Now, if we're talking about shovelable snow, if that is a word, we're talking about 3 inches or more here, enough to get out the shovels and shovel the walk. That's going to be, again, from Nebraska into northern Michigan with our storm system right now, across southern portions of Kansas into southeastern Colorado, and then again, most likely across portions of New England. Temperatures, they're going to be a bit cooler as we take on this active pattern, so several days of extended warmth across the midsection of the country will come to an end, but as we continue to look deeper out into the last half of December, the ensembles really want to bring mild weather back into the central United States. So some folks are going to get some wintry vibes here over the next 5 to 7 days, but by and large, it looks like we will finish December here with relatively pleasant conditions and warmer temperatures. I guess the message you could take away here, we're talking about slightly warmer conditions in late December, which is not going to be balmy by any stretch, but at least we're not talking about unseasonably cold air making an outbreak here across the midsection of the Corn Belt as we head into the end of December. So high temperatures over the next 5 days, again, warmer across the eastern Corn Belt, the Ohio River Valley, out ahead of our storm system where we still have some of that warm air being advected northward, colder air coming in on the backside. We'll see things evening out, becoming a little chillier as we head into the back half of the weekend into early next week, but still, look at that, right about where we should be. So we're going to be about 20 degrees colder next week, but really all we're doing is going back to about what should be seasonally appropriate for mid-December. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you once again on Monday morning.